was building the hotel that was built in 9 months. 9 months since we started until the end, 64 bedrooms, 64 pools, the biggest spa in Latin America, 1,000 people ballroom, crazy things to do in 9 months. And the spirit of the mountain told me, you have to call Narcissus Quagliata to make a dome in this space. This space was much smaller, but it didn't have a ceiling yet.
I tried to resist. In other words, Michel Domit called me, and I knew who he was. I said, well, Michel, it's wonderful to know you by the phone, but I'm going to Europe in 3 or 4 days, and I have a lot to do. Why don't I see you when I come back? And Michel said, no, you have to come tonight to Valle de Bravo. If you're going to do a dome of glass or if it's going to be cement. Well, you know, this was so crazy that I had to do it. So all I do is I put some colored blown glass in between the sun and us so that it creates these wonderful reflections. The symbols are quite clear. There is a man falling backward. The man is full of stars, and there is a tree growing out of his chest, and it's the tree of life. So the man is made out of space, and there is a tree that grows out of him. There is a woman in a womb, and she's dreaming, and you can see her dream is inside of her. There is a bird flying in her head, and there's clouds. Can you see it? And she's in a womb, and the womb is on fire. There is a woman turning into a fish. Actually, a planet being born. The center is a star. It's a 16-point star. Well, we divided it together. We decided that this was going to be 16. Well, we did it, I think, more architecturally because it seemed a sensible way to divide. Around it, there is 8 special flowers. Each one is very different. It's like a rondel. One is a rose. Each one has a separate design. I want to say one thing about this space. For me, the experience of doing this was very important. Of course, first of all, because it was a pleasure doing the work. But I learned 2 or 3 things. I mean, one, doing this project affected my life completely. In other words, I built my house, I now live here. I think of the landscape that I see from my place and the mountain itself as part of me. So that is one thing. But in terms of the work itself, you must notice that the light is extraordinary. And based on this project, because the sun here is very clear, it's very intense, having put this color in this space with the white is what inspired me to then design a work that I still haven't built. I'm still trying to find a place that will sell it. I'm in discussions in Australia, in Perth. I'm in discussions perhaps here in Mexico, and so I am just at the beginning. But I invented on the base of this a space which is perfectly spherical, which is made for the pure enjoyment of light itself, without any distractions, no stairs, no nothing. So there will be the glass, scientific instruments for projections that deflect the rays of the sun and project eclipses and stuff like that, and the pure light. So before I die, I've got to do this. Yeah.